position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They go right back to him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So Georgia's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So,
breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. The Bulldogs are on the move. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quick completion on the out. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
When the football is thrown accurately, where I can catch it and be a runner after the catch, it makes all the difference in the world. I can keep that speed up. Now I can break tackles like you see here and go make big plays for my offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs!
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike, and the receiver does the rest, gets into the end zone.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. On target over the middle. At the 40, there he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Trying play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down. And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Prince. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Gets the back moving. A run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Score. Touchdown, Georgia.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, running back gets to give. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Mississippi State going up tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On third down, he drops the throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After after the incompletion. They go back up top. And down he goes back at the 3.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll give it to the back. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They have it once again in spectacular. There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Might as well give it to him again. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Dogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Will they be able to get them 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? He'll take it himself. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Waddle. And the returner will be brought down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Hauls it in. The Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Complete to the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense,
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and like, dude.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Back open in the middle. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Prince. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll throw on 3rd down. He's looking deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
He'll bring it out. It's Waddle. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He'll pull it down and run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. To the air on first down. He's got it. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Now after the short completion, it's second down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. Looking for blockers.
The return is brought down at the 19. And the Georgia offense will take
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and take it back. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got the tight end outside. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. This quarterback part of their running game. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Across the 25. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Dogs are flying down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
Makes the catch at the 35. He was hoping for a little more running room. To get him down at the 45. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to pass. It's Sampson. He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Murphy. Past the first down marker and still running. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here we go. The give to the back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This defense has been able to force a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time?
Here we go, here we go.
Quarterback keeper. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 9.
The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Third down coming up.
I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game, and they're all highly...
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his 2nd sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
He's got it near midfield. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Finds his man. It's Williams. At the 20, he's got space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up by 22 over Sam Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Finding open areas. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense got it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown, Mississippi State. The defense putting points on the board.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal. Not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Sampson. Here's the pressure. Catch inside the 25. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Waddle. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Gonna look downfield again. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Sampson. Quickly complete. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand man for man.
And down he goes back at the 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. And some room to work.
The returner is tackled down at the 42. And
They'll start this drive from the 42.
1st and 10.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Sampson. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Prince. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Murphy. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Not much to gain on a punt, so here they come on 4th and short from the 50. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.